Hi, hello guys, and how are you? I hope you are all doing well. Today is on a Sunday, the 1st of September, and today we are going to explore the Mary Rose Museum and see what it is there. It's a very old ship, but let's find out what it's all about. Mary Rose Museum. This is the entrance, so we are already here. Let's go and explore and find out more. I believe this is a picture of it. It's very old. So anyway, let's go. So we are here, we're gonna have to show our tickets and then we'll be directed which way to go. But this is how the entrance looks like.
Reference for the Washington.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Hello. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a
Do we
wonderful
have somebody to tour us around?
Yes, ma'am, certainly. I'll just get a tour for you.
Yeah.
It is an additional charge, I'm afraid.
Okay, how much?
Is this like a tour? You'd like?
I think we're okay, thank you. Can she have one of the history detectives, please? Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear children, welcome on board. This is the first part of your journey, which we call 5045 experience, which is 7 minutes audio-visual show just before entering to the museum. So there will be some flashing lights and loud noise. If you have any issues, please feel free to come back. We can take you from the another route. On the third part, you will be experiencing narrow sinking. If you feel any sea or motion sickness, remember on the right-hand side there is a push button which will lead you directly inside to the museum. You are allowed to take photos without flash. Please, if you're okay with this one for the first 2 minutes, please stand on this water area and then Henry Date will be calling you so you can photo with him. Thank you.
Thank you.
When their world ended, our story began. In 1545, a disaster struck the Mary Rose, and she sank in the Solent, only a few miles from where you're now standing. She lay undiscovered for hundreds of years, entombed in the seabed, until her wreck was finally located by a group of divers in 1971. After years of careful planning, on a a cold, wet day in October 1982, the hull of the Mary Rose was raised from the seabed that had protected the ship and its contents for over 437 years. This transition from obscurity to fame was witnessed by a global television audience of over 60 million people. Perhaps you were one of them. I certainly was. Today, the Mary Rose and her thousands of artifacts provide a unique insight into life on board a Tudor warship. But do you know how her story began?
It all began in 1509, when I, Henry VIII, of that name, became King of England. Come closer, everyone. Come hither. That's it. Come beside me. I'm not as scary as I look. Come closer. I have much to tell. I was near 18 when I came to the throne. Yes, that's me up there. Hard to believe, isn't it? A great king should seek glory in just war and rightful conquest. Now, by ancestral right, I was also king of France, but I could not enforce this unless I waged war on the French, and to do this, I needed ships to carry my armies across the narrow seas. When my father died, I inherited just 5 king's ships. Now, I have near 60. The first ship I built was the Mary Rose, and I paid for her out of my own purse within 10 months of my accession to the throne. She was named for the Blessed Virgin Mary and our Tudor Rose, and she proudly bears this emblem high atop her forecastle. I love to hear how she sailed. My first Lord Admiral reported, "Sir, she is the noblest ship of sail at this hour, as fast and maneuverable as a vessel a quarter of her size." I viewed her myself many times. Indeed, I went aboard her with the Holy Roman Emperor when we inspected our ships before my second war with France in 1522. My army by sea, my Navy Royale, has been one of my chief delights. I have built great dockyards and gun foundries to arm our ships and fortify our coasts. And my greatest ships have bellies bursting with guns set at ports with lids which can burn. Many guns bear my titles and the marks of our Tudor Rose and the Fleur-de-Lis. And when fired, these roar and breathe smoke, causing fear and dread among my enemies. My wars at sea have seen no great battles. In fact, our recapture of Boulogne a year ago was fought on land, not at sea. But now my spies inform me that more than 200 French ships are close to England, their fearsome war galleys harassing my ships and raiding our coast. Against this, I have but 80 vessels anchored here at Portsmouth Haven. Anticipating fierce battle, I have gathered my captains for a council of war on my flagship and placed men atop the mast to keep watch. My gentleman Carew has served me well, and I am making him Vice Admiral in my Mary Rose.
My lords!
What need?
The enemy is sighted by the Whites.
Captains, to your ships. Tarry not. I will hasten to my army by the South Castle. Godspeed, and with God's grace the winds will favor us. The battle is upon us. The Mary Rose sails for the French fleet. Join her now. Sound drums and trumpets, and cry God for Harry, England and St. George!
It's dark.
Maybe where I was hiding. And you can fuck. Should we take it off?
Yeah.
The men and their marks. Over 500 men lost their lives when the Mary Rose sank in 1545. That's the captain, the men of the Mary Rose.
That's the actual ship.
Everyone on board the Mary Rose was male. Records say that the ship carried 200 mariners, 185 soldiers, that gunners and the officers. She also carried the captain and his retinue, a master, a pilot, a purser, a surgeon, and his assistant, and carpenters. So we think there were more than 500 men on board when the ship sank. Of these, no more than 35 survived. Studies of the skeleton remains of at least 179 individuals have revealed that most of the men were in their 20s. The youngest were around 10 years old and the oldest over 40. The average, the men were 1.71 meters tall, 5 foot 7 inches, only slightly smaller than UK men of today, typically around 1.75 meters, 5 foot 9 inch. They would not look very different to people in Portsmouth today. Okay, guys, let's continue. There is arrows here. An arrow says visitor route. The story continues, so let's go. It's quite dark, but oh my God. Oh my God. The actual ship is under. It's all good. You cannot see anything, but the whole real thing is through these glasses. It's under the OMG. It's just a long corridor here. Everything which was inside. Oh my God. It feels real. Guys, you cannot see the ship itself. It's there. I can see it. Oh my God. keep going and see if I can find lights. But to see it real, oh my God. Oh. God. It's put above concrete, but the small piece of concrete. Wow, it's so big, and because since it sunk, it's been living under the water for hundreds of years, guys. Oh, I hope this camera will do the justice and show you something. On this side are pieces of the ship as well. But again, I don't think you can see anything. But this is real. See the roof? It's like very huge. There's some little pots. Oh my goodness. This is all real.
You have to take a move. Look at that.
Okay.
That's the left of the rope which was used. Maybe from this angle. And guys, this place is moving like you're in a real boat. Oh my God. I hope this will show something. Let's keep going. It's so unreal. Wow. Oh, some knives. These are the things which were rescued with the ship in 1982 or 83. I'll have to look again. It's a pair of shoes, but it's one each. Oh, it's so dark. Maybe from here you can see something. Guys, it's under, we are up a bit, and you can just see it through the glass. But it's very, very real. Wow. The ship's page as the 2005 excavation season on the wreck site due to a close and eroded timber was found in the bow area of the site. As we sprayed it on deck, the elusive image of a rose appeared. Was this embodied that can be seen above the bowsprit in the only surviving contemporary illustration we have of the Mary Rose afloat. Exposing the rose, the carving was scanned, imaged, and analyzed by the University of Portsmouth Creative Technologies and Geography departments. Techniques included laser scanning, photogrammetry, operculite photography, computer modeling, and 3D liddaring. This exposed more detail and produced an image of the distinctive Tudor rose, one of Henry VIII's badges. Seabed searches. The portion of hull raised in 1982 was incomplete. The forecastle at the front of the ship was missing. The 21st century excavations were funded by the Ministry of Defense when they were considering dredging a new channel into the harbor for the new aircraft carriers. This enabled us to search for the missing bow timbers. Without this, the stem of the Mary Rose and the emblem would not have been found. Did you know the first of the new aircraft carriers is called HMS Queen Elizabeth? Her badge is also a Tudor rose. Wow. The main gun deck. Let me see if we can capture something. If you can see, guys, that's the Mary Rose shape down there. It's all wood. Most of the material is proper wood, and of course some metalwork. But yes, that's what we can see from here. Maybe if somebody stays here long enough, you can see clearly, or the camera will be able to capture clearly, but the light is not that bright, only there at the bottom. Let me see. Oh, maybe here. Hello.
Sorry?
How are you?
All right.
Yeah, is this the normal light you keep?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Is there any reason why?
It's just to give you an idea what the conditions were like on the ship.
Okay.
Below decks.
I think here maybe we can see it a little bit better. Oh. It's massive, guys. It's massive.
Oh, look at this.
Very huge. It's a dog skeleton. backgammon set. The master carpenter owned this table set, a game which developed into backgammon. The lighter colored triangles are the darker triangles are spurs of larch. The board could be folded in half and the rebates for the hinges can still be seen, but the iron hinges have rusted away during the years the wreck was underwater. Only some of the backgammon counters survived. Originally there were 15 dark and 15 light. Once made of poplar, you can see that the upper edges have been rounded off so that they feel comfortable in the hand. A leather pot found near the backgammon board could be a dice shaker. There were 2 tiny dice in the chest, but if you look carefully, you will see that they are not identical. So that is the game. You can see here, two, you can fold it into 2. And this skeleton here, I think it's for this dog here, the sheep's dog. The skeleton of this dog, now known as Hatch, was found just by the entrance to the master carpenter's cabin. A study of Hatch's teeth and the degree of fusion of skull bones suggests he was 18 months old. Anatomically, he was similar to modern breeds of terrier as well as greyhounds and border collies. Analysis of DNA from one of Hatch's molars proved that he was male, had a brown coat, and was genetically comparable to modern Jack Russell Terriers, a gene that can lead to excess uric acid. A type of gout was also identified. This information helps us to understand the development of dog breeds and diseases. So that dog's picture there, it died during that horrible time of Mary Rose sinking under the sea, and that is the remaining skeleton of the dog. There's something else.
Wait, what's the dog? Yeah, the dog is yours. Oh, no. We're gonna kill the dog. No, he's not killing the dog.
The master carpenter's clothes. Textile did not survive well in the wreck, so we don't know exactly what the master carpenter's clothes looked like, but we did find a few clues in his cabin. Unlike many of the crew, he had spare clothes which he kept in his chest. Although these are only the remains of shoes. So these are the carpenter's, the master carpenter's shoes, the real shoes, and pieces of his clothes there, little bits there. Carpentry tools, so those are his tools. Did you know, long after the ship was launched, the master carpenter cut a window in the side of the ship to get more light and air into his cabin? Don't miss the tiny dice. So this was his chest where he could have put his clothes. It's made of wood, as he was a carpenter even. And all these things displayed on top of the chest were found inside. And they belong to the master carpenter. So look at that, guys. It's a real history. It's a lot and a lot written. You can read at least and understand most of the history, but you can't read everything. It's a lot. I think there's a picture there of the master carpenter working. Let's keep going. That is also the chest, a carpenter's chest. A chest is just like a box you can open and put your things inside. Look at the saws. There is a saw there to cut the wood. Look the way it looked like those days. Oh my God. Lost and found. The reel for a chalk line was found between the inner and outer planking of the ship's hull. A shipwright helping build the Mary Rose in 1510 must have dropped the reel between the ship's ribs. It gradually worked its way down to the bottom of the ship, where it stayed until we found it in 1983. You can see that picture there. Marks on tools, handles, planes, special tools, and unidentified tools. So these are all the real tools from that time. So you can see, if you see them live here, they are very old. You can tell. Yeah, not modern. There is a pot there, a pan with something inside. It looks like a what? A picture of war. Yeah, let's keep going. Iron and bronze. You can touch this one. I don't know what it is. Original. No, it says it is original Tudor gun. Please do not touch it. Oh, that's sorry. Wow. Troop ship to gunship. bronze guns, loading and firing. Did you know the king had his name of initials on all the bronze guns? Ooh.
How many copies were?
The master gunners in uniform. Look at that. Looks like it's made of leather. It's hot, it's hot. Before you operate, you should have all your instruments and preparations in order, such as razor, sword, tourniquet, bandages, lint. Arrange them in the order you will need them after the initiation is made. Have someone draw the skin back and tightly bind the skin with a constricting band. Then take a saw and cut the bone. The surgeon chest. It's a lot of things in there. The surgeon chest. Medicine on the Mary Rose. Wow. Diagnosis treatment. In 16th century England, there was little understanding of disease. It was believed that illness was caused by an imbalance of the four humus substances in bracket, which made up a person's blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. Diagnosis by the color, smell, and taste of urine was common. Cures could be dietary humble or by the letting of blood. Cures could be dietary, herbal, or by the letting of blood. All these treatments were thought to bring the humus back into balance. Let every man be wary, no phlebotomist or letter of blood, nor no manner of surgeon do touch him in opening any vein or do make any incision or cutting when the moon is in any sign, where the sign has any dominion or does reign. Oh, surgeon's portion. Life that eats and make a sleeve. Tallow animals was used to make candles. Tar was used to coat rope. Can you guess the name to the smell? The gun that identified the Mary Rose.